What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 in my Hardcore Mystic series. Now, we are still in Chaos 3. We've got a little bit further to go on Champion Score. We got to get up to 1740, so it's going to take at least one, maybe two more map runs, depending on what kind of luck we get. Now, when it comes to map selection and which map you play in various expeditions, you always want to base it off of what crafting materials you need or are looking for. Now, the dungeon zone is always a hot zone, as you're going to get clusters, which is what you're going to need to use on relics for the crafting system. And then either the Drakenfrost or the Wild West areas are good for the mod reroll tokens. Right now, of course, I'm looking to get a better mod in place of that anti-support servo. And with that in mind, I want a few more clusters, as I'm going to need some more clusters to move another mod when I finally get it into that anti-support slot. Or maybe even replace that power servo. You know, I'm not against replacing any of those mods there with something better at this point. So we are back into Chaos 3 Molten Citadel. Let's get it going. Now, I do have enough Defender medals at 2,500. I want to buy myself another Deadly Strikes. As I mentioned, one of the reasons I haven't been using my Serpent's Coil much is because the range is absolute garbo. So I want more range, and the way to get that, of course, is going to be through having a Deadly Strikes on it. I could also use a defense rate on my Snaking Sands to get the CC a little bit more consistent. But let's see, how do we want to go here on this one? Let's just do the good old faithful turtle build here. So we'll go with our Viper's Fangs there. We'll throw down some snakes. I like to elevate the snakes up. That way helps out their line of sight a little bit better. And then additionally, I will usually always turn a snake over on each lane to help out in the flyer lanes. And then on the middle lane here, we will kind of crossfire it and get even more help with the flyer lane. So outside lane, I'm going to turn it over, and the rest of them, we just go straight down the middle. Now, we got tons of DU to spend here on this one. As always, we're going to get our trusty obelisk down, and let's throw some sand traps down to get a little CC. Now, remember, we don't want to CC them outside of the snake range, so I'm not going to go too crazy far down there. Just kind of 3 along the steps here. And man, that still leaves 220 left. So lots and lots left. What do we want to do with the 220? Well, I wish I would have got that Deadly Strikes. These are just not going to do much for me. I mean, I can throw a few here, but how much effectiveness these are going to add is probably pretty minimal. Yeah, we got 100 DU left, but, you know, to be honest, I don't think I'm going to do anything with it. Let's go ahead and drop our 500 remaining mana directly into this obelisk and get it just good and fat and blasting, and let it fly here. Should be a relatively smooth running map. It's all going to come down to the bosses, what we get, how we handle it. Drop a little CC in right here and let those snakes do their business. Of course, since we're banking on the boom servo again, you know, having these map choices or going to maps where the lanes get forced into like a really tight area like this, it just makes those boom servos even more powerful, as when they go off, they're just going to be hitting lots more enemies. So since we spent those crafting materials on getting that relic a little bit dialed in, I mean, we might even be to a point where we're kind of AFK mode for a little while. The AFK will come and go in Dungeon Defenders until we get to the point where we can AFK all the time. And I think we're probably there as far as Chaos 3 goes. Now, like I said, we're going to need this one plus potentially one more. I mean, we could realistically have to do one more Chaos 3 map before we have Chaos 4 unlocked. But I am anxious to get into Chaos 4. That is going to give me higher quality gear, of course, but additionally, it's going to give me a little bit higher of a starting point for Onslaught mode, which, of course, we're going to be starting next with the new player quest line. Another map that's just all about the flyers. Always all about the flyers. Looks like the flyers are getting burned up nicely. We could actually, since we've got this DU just sitting here, we can do that. It'll start hitting the flyers a little sooner, plus it will give us a little target there for the flyers to stop and attack. Let's actually go ahead and throw an upgrade on each one of those two. And then I think we're just going to kind of do even upgrades around on all the snakes here. We'll even hit these guys, even though I know they're not going to be contributing a ton. One more upgrade in there, and let's let it fly once again. The benefit of this map is definitely the chill factor. I mean, on many tiers with many setups, you can set up a turtle build and completely AFK this map. The downside about it is a slow running map. So, although you've got the chill factor, your time to clear is going to be a little bit lower doing a turtle build. Forgot to look at the boss. I was so unconcerned about whether I'd be able to complete this. I didn't look at the boss lane. Ooh, we got us a Drakenlord. We'll want to drop a little Sparkle Party on that guy. We'll get a little upfront damage on him first, though. Make sure he's in snake range, and I'm going to run in and drop that Sparkle Party on him. Oh, wow, the snake burned him off before I even got my Sparkle Party off. I mean, I still blew it, but I didn't need to. That is for darn sure. So I'm not sure if there was a goblin near him or what. I wasn't really paying super close attention there, but he definitely went away quite quickly. That is for sure. So yeah, I guess I think we have graduated to chill on the barrel mode. I believe we have. I don't want to get too cocky and have a flyer dive bomb the core. But I feel like we're looking pretty darn good here. It's just a combination of, you know, we've got a decent progression relic going, and you combine that with like the Go Boo Boom and having this map where the lanes combine together. It's just a very nice combo for sure. I think we'll even just let it fly one more. Well, I might as well throw a few upgrades in. Screw it. Let's get just our main three upgraded on each lane, and there we go. Obelisk is getting its job done. If we take a look, for example, at like that one has done 4.5 million damage. That one hasn't done crap because of the line of sight, I'm guessing. That one's at 3.7, 3.5, 4.4, 6.3. in 1.4. You know why that one did more? Because I put it down there further, so it's hitting the enemy slightly sooner. But our highest damage output so far has been 6.4 million on one of our Viper, or one of our snakes there. And then we look at the Obelisk. It has done 21 million damage, almost ready to hit 22. Shot a dagger right over that ogre's head, very smooth. Alright, dagger down. How's that Shaper doing? The Shaper will hit the core. Still working his way up from being CC'd. Oh, no, he's stuck. Poor Shaper. Poor Shaper done got stuck. Alright, Shaper down. A little hero health dagger. See if we see anything else good laying around. I really want an ability power weapon since I'm using the abilities, or kind of relying on the abilities for the bosses. Just the slow grind, waiting for him to come out. Give a little assist on the birds there. Yeah, it looks like that that Sand Viper's just chewing them up, though. All right, let's just let it fly again. At this point, I think we're good. I mean, I don't even feel like I really need to bother too much with upgrades. I'll throw an upgrade on each of the walls just to be safe. Get a little bit more health out of them. We got another Draken Lord and a Siege Roller. Alright, we'll have a little bit of activity this round. A little out of range on that dagger toss, I believe. Oh, the Draken Lord is CC'd. He's back. I think I should get this roller dealt with first, since the roller is pretty much going to be damn near a one-shot. Let's get a Sparkle Party. Alright, there we go. We got the Sparkle Party. Just in time, too. Draken Lord had just frozen me up. There's another Go-Boo Boom. Another diverse crit damage servo. What else do we have laying around? Anything good? I think that's about it. Just have to wait for him to get to us. There's a lot of loot dropping. That's a good thing. Hopefully we can get that champion score up. What was the quality of it? 3 of 10 on that piece. That's not going to get us very far. Oh, we got 3 of 10 there as well. Looks like everything's 3 of 10. Hopefully by the end of the run, we get a few higher pieces. I don't think these 3 of 10 pieces are going to be enough to get me up to Chaos 4. Now, I personally don't like spending my Defender medals and crafting materials to upgrade through the tiers. But if you just don't want to do another map, you know, that's always an option too. However, I personally hate doing that. I would just rather do another map in pretty much every situation. Alright, so we got a roller, a skelly, but we're on the final wave, so I think we're going to be good here. I forgot to put my points in. I think I had a few ascension points to add in. And like right now, every ascension point we put in is just given a straight benefit. You know, it's not a massive gain per point, of course, but it's a gain for every point that we get. Get these guys mad at each other for a minute. Alright, here comes our roller. Wait till he's out all the way. Ideally, wait until he's out all the way and we have an obelisk bubble on us. Come on, obelisk, give me the bubble. Alright, there's our obelisk bubble. Just get on up behind him. It does big damage. And then, remember, it's a poison dot, too. So after that damage shot, the poison dot is just going to keep ticking away. 2 rollers. I didn't notice that. Didn't make it to the wall yet, so... Anti-skeleton, accumulator. I'm just not getting many super beneficial mods. I mean, I could throw one of those diverse crit chance or crit damage mods on, but the amount of value I'm going to get out of it is so small. Like, in this situation, there's only one defense. One unique defense that's near it. I don't have enough range to move those guys back, so it's just not worth using diverse. Really, I don't think it'll be worth using diverse at any point through this entire playthrough, just because, as I mentioned last episode, it's something that's designed for a full kit. So if you got lots of defenses that you're using and multiple heroes to choose from, then of course you're going to get the maximum value out of diverse. A lot of flyers, but I mean, they're getting chewed through. We got no dive bombers in the mix, only wyverns, so I think they're all gonna die. Yeah, and the plaguing hawk all by his lonesome should be just a non-issue. Even the obelisk just took a shot at him there. Here's another power servo and an anti-support. That power servo is slightly better than the one I'm using, but I'm not going to bother swapping for just slightly better. No value to be had there. Well, let's go ahead and auto-collect up the loot and see what this did for our champion score. Alright, first things first, let's check our shards. Another Junker shard, and yet another Junker shard. One of these days, I'm going to get a useful shard. You just watch me. Alright, let's see. What was this going to get us to? Oh, that was nothing. Very, very small upgrade. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to do a little bit more. Now, we still need 3 more maps. If we remember the Dryad series, I only had, I think, 1 map to get Chaos 4 unlocked. Like, I was 9 of 10, so... I mean, I think it's going to be a similar experience here. It's going to be 2 more maps before we get that done. And Here's a melee boom. Melee boom is actually preferred over Gobu boom. And the Gobu boom has a higher value and hits harder. But melee boom is going to cause more explosions because it's all melee enemies. So all of those little goblins, the little melee goblins, plus the orcs, plus just any melee mob, when they die, they're going to blow up. So melee boom is awesome, but I'm going to keep going with Gobu boom. I like where it's at. And I don't think we have anything else super useful here. Anti-skeleton, I mean, that's a big power gain, so we'll just use that on our obelisk. The anti-skeleton we're not going to get much out of, but, I mean, yeah, that's just good. Accumulator, nothing else really incredible, but, of course, I did get a few more crafting materials, which we can put to use, no doubt. But anyway, there we go, y'all. That will do it for now. Thanks a ton for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Take it easy.